Today in my $1 million diary, I'm going to go over the month of June. It is July 1st today, so I'm just going to go over everything that happened in June. It was a really good month, and let's get right into it. I'm trying something new today. I'm actually recording from the car because I'm trying to get these videos out as fast as I can, and typically I end up taking too long. So it's July 1st. We're going to get this up today, and let's get started. All right, so here we go to the PowerPoint. Let me just adjust the camera real quick. And yeah, there we go. So I'm gonna try to run through this real quick. It was a really good month. So June 2026 in review. It was surprisingly a turning point. I actually went over my net worth again, and it turns out my net worth at the end of June was 421,000, which is a nice little big jump from last month. I think last month I ended at about 397 to 398. Typically every quarter I do try to go over my net worth again, meaning I try to recalculate the the values of my properties because I don't like doing that every month. So every quarter I just take whatever equity I have in all the properties, and then I just add it to the cash value that I have in my bank account and whatever cash value I have in my brokerage account during that time. So we're at 421. This June was the first time that I finally crossed over the 400,000 mark, and I'm actually well over the $400,000 mark now. We're at 421, so that's really good. Uh, yeah, and let's see. Also, I think it's in here. So in June, I was able to create. I think, yeah. Let me start from the beginning. Is this the beginning of the PowerPoint? Huh. Okay, here we go. So my net worth is 421,000. I achieved the 3 out of 3 goals that I wanted to set, and there's about 7 highlights, big highlights that happened in June. So the 3 goals were I wanted to get the roof done on my rental, one of my rentals, the Apopka rental property, and then I wanted to be honest, I can't really remember right now. But it was 3 things that I had to do, and I did them. So we'll find out what they were. Okay, so that is the Apopka roof. That's actually on my property. So that is the roof. Now that it's finished, I did most of it. That was the big project that I had that I really needed. Oh, the ladder's still up there. You can see that in the picture. Yeah. So this was finished. This did get done. I'm really burnt today. I've been burnt for the last week or so. I'm just. It was tough. It was really hot. We were trying to fight the weather, and anyways, that got completed, so that's good. Another thing is all 3 tenants in this property. I have like, I think 5 tenants or so, but it's 3 rooms, so all of them are behind 1.5 to 2 months behind on rent. So in July, collections is a priority, so now I need to do my books and actually get after them and see what's going on, because this will be a separate video, but I haven't really been paying much attention to this property because I've just been stretched so thin. So as far as the rents and that monies is concerned, that's a real big issue that I really need to fix right now. Real estate in Winter Springs and the condo. So actually, all my properties had a service call. So in Apopka, I was working on the roof. Winter Springs, I got a service call because the AC clogged. So there was a couple of days that I had to go out there to get that fixed. And then in the condo, I also had a service call. So there was a leak in the downstairs unit. Was complaining about a leak that they thought was coming from my unit. And then when I called the guy in my unit, they said that there was a leak. They thought they were having a leak from the unit upstairs. So I learned really the benefits of having a property manager, because in that condo I pay the HOA, and the HOA is the property manager, and they have somebody on site that takes care of everything. So they got a plumber out there. They've been working on everything. The guy basically just called me to collect information. I told him what my tenant said, and then he's been taking care of everything from that point on. I actually have not heard back from him at all. I know he sent out a plumber the following day, and they said that the leak was actually not coming from our unit. And then they said that the leak that was leaking into our unit, they said it didn't come from upstairs either, so nobody knows where the leak is coming from. But they said that there was there's like the ceiling is bubbling, and the plumber apparently said that that was not a leak. So it could be that that bathroom, since it's really small, like really tiny, the humidity over time probably caused that bubble. I'm assuming that's what it is. Regardless, I gotta go out there and check that out just to be sure. And business revenue. So this photo is the the eBay screenshot for June. And so in revenue, I made $8,720 in eBay. Really good. That's better than May. Burn on. Let me reduce this. Okay, yeah. Um. Anyways, so I did better than May. A little bit better in revenue. In On Etsy, I made 1,682, which was about 100 and some change more than May. So Etsy has seen some growth. I'm happy with the progress that I've made on Etsy. Amazon, terrible, nearly a 50% drop from last month. So $85. This thing is, I think that's probably going to be a what do they call it? It's probably an idea or a revenue. Can't even think right now. The guy from Shark Tank, Kevin O'Leary, where he typically tells investors take this idea to the back of the barn and shoot it. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do to Amazon, at least the influencer side of it, because it doesn't really seem like it's yielding any benefits. It just seems like a waste of time right now, especially when everything else is taking off. So here's the revenue breakdown. Etsy was responsible for 83% of the revenue. eBay was responsible for 83% of the revenue. Etsy 16, and Amazon less than a percent. So that's not very good. It's crazy that I dropped this much. And also, so one of the things, I think this was one of the three goals that I had. I wanted to finish my eBay lister, and it says agent too. It's not really agent. It's supposed to be a workflow. So I completed a workflow to automate listing on eBay and make it a whole lot. Oh my god, to make it a whole lot easier. And I thought I finished. To be honest, I thought I finished a few weeks ago, and every time I try to stress test it and I think, oh, this is good, and I'm gonna jump in and start listing away, I run into an issue. So I've had to go back and fix it probably 3 times. And I think last week I was actually gonna write up my blog. Last week I finally finished it. I thought I finally finished it, and I was ready to go. And then I realized that I can't edit out of the out of the eBay app with the listings that I use through my workflow. So then I had to adjust my app on my phone that I created to so that it could edit the Etsy listings, and man, that was a nightmare. But luckily today I did finish that. So as of right now, I am done. There's just a few other updates that I need to add to it, a few extra functions, but it's not necessary in order to go ahead and start listing away. By the way, it has made listing a whole lot easier, so much easier. So that was done. And um, there was a project that I was working on at work. I think I talked about this last week last month, or maybe I know I talked about it in my blog for sure. Um, I was I was granted permission to create like a tool to automate paperwork review, and that project got shut down. So what I ended up doing was I said, screw it. I just made my own app, and now I downloaded that to the work computer, and I can just approve paperwork through that work computer. And then the good thing is that it purges all the information that goes through there. So it's a great tool, and I've used it for the last couple of weeks now. Yeah, maybe the last couple of weeks. I think the last version I made was last week, and it works really good. Surprisingly, it's actually done better than me. I've missed stuff, and the paperwork, the tool has actually caught it. So that's awesome. So yeah, this is pretty good. That I'm actually really getting into the whole AI thing now, and it's helped a lot. Like I have a lot of ideas that I want to go through. It's just that I have a lot of ideas that I want to implement, but the issue is it takes time to create these things. But I think taking the time right now is going to benefit me a lot in the future. So I pretty much made 2026 now the year of just creating infrastructure. And then 2027 will be the year where I try to go all out. Yeah, I've been creating a lot of workflow templates. So in June, I made basically templates. Anything that I've seen that I'm going to be doing a lot of, I've created templates for it. Mainly HTML templates. Um, I haven't done a whole lot of prompts. I know I wanted prompts for everything. I've realized that creating HTML documents and little templates for certain tasks actually works phenomenal. So I've been doing a lot of that. I also did created a task management app for myself. Like I personalized it how I want it, and it works fabulously. I actually really like it. And then I'm working on AI content software. So I don't know why this was put here. So like that it says that was the third June goal. Oh yeah, it was. So the three goals were roof, finish the eBay automation workflow, and then the AI content software. That was basically I want to try and automate um, a lot of my media stuff or content things since I can barely ever post content. So I've got some ideas so that I can at least get more content out on all the other platforms. Not so much this YouTube channel because this is really just for me right now. But as far as like Instagram goes, and maybe some of the other YouTube channels as well. But yeah, so we're working on that. I ended up selecting HeyGen for the content creation. Basically, when I was on Claude, I was trying to look through researching a lot of the different tools, and HeyGen seemed pretty cool. I tried it for a little bit last month, and I really liked it. I was experimenting on it with the free trial, so I just decided to go ahead and get the paid version. So in for July, I want to for June it was basically uploading, creating my AI avatars and getting 11 labs to clone my voice. So all of that is done. That's good. Um, and then for July, I think I want to work on the workflow for content and get that started. So June goals, here it is. 3 for 3 eBay auto lister, roof completed, AI content software, HeyGen was selected. All three goals were hit, which means that June was actually a success. That was really good. And also very important, in June, I found my purpose. I feel like I found my calling. It hit me like what I want, because it's a lot of times when you're, yeah, at least for me, when I'm looking through a lot of YouTube channels and hearing people like how to get super rich or whatever, they typically all have a purpose beyond just making money. So I think I found mine, and it's really important. I'm happy about it, so just stay tuned for that. It will eventually come out. And yeah, so the main highlights of June here are the seven of them. All properties were worked on. So I received a service call on all three properties, and all of them were finished for the most part. At least my part, um, the main heavy lifting part is done. So the roof, the heavy lifting is done. I still do got to go up there and finish the edges. I'm actually here right now, and there's some of the edges because it poured the last couple of days, and it looks like water did get through there. But I'm gonna go back and seal the perimeter. I wanted to wait 2 or 3 weeks, like later in July. I'm thinking it's gonna have to be a whole lot sooner because that water up there is not good. But that's done. The service call for the AC, I was able to unclog it, even though that the my AC guy wasn't able to make it out there, so I took care of it right now. And then whenever he has an opening, he's gonna go over there and do some maintenance on the AC. The condo, that was the easiest one. It just took a few phone calls, and I haven't heard anything since. So um, I took note of that, of having a property manager. So if I do end up scaling and I end up needing assistance, or I guess I just can't manage all the properties myself, which right now it's looking like a struggle. I'm making a note to consider getting a property management company because that helps a lot. It makes life a whole lot easier. The fact that all it took was a couple phone calls and I haven't heard anything since, yeah, that's pretty good. Net worth crossed 400,000, so estimated net worth now is 421,000. That's the first time I ever crossed 400,000. AI content software was selected. HeyGen is what I'm going to use. Um, oh, I'm going in the wrong order. That's fine. I did the Work AI tool, so I was able to build that. I've been using it. Works great. The eBay auto lister, that is my golden ticket right now. It is great. Like, I really, that is one thing that's really gonna help my bottleneck when it comes to listing on eBay. So it should be a whole lot easier now to maintain. Cause I'm not trying to grow the income so much. I'm trying more to sustain where I'm at and really work on the whole infrastructure and everything else around it, so that later I can just catapult to 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 progress. And the templates, I built a bunch of templates. The task app was built, so I think I have like 3 or 4 apps, two, three that I really use. That's the eBay, the it's the eBay, the task manager, and the one for the paperwork reviewer. And I found my purpose. So those were the 7 highlights of June. And to be honest, it was a really good month. There's nothing really negative that I have to say about it. It was really good. It's a good month, and I hope that momentum carries over into July. So in July, I do have a vacation planned at the end of July into the first week of August. So I'm curious to see how everything's gonna work out while I'm on vacation. I know they have vacation mode on eBay and Etsy. I'm really curious to see how that's going to affect the algorithm. So I'm this will be good good data. So we'll see what happens. The Apopka roof final touch ups. I want to get that done and then collect the rent from my tenants. I'm pretty sure they're not gonna all pay me, but I want to at least start pushing them and like basically getting on them and telling them that I'm I'm paying attention to this now, so I need the money like right now, and then we'll see what happens in August because if they end up leaving or I got to kick somebody out, I'm thinking I'm probably gonna use one of the rooms as I've been considering using one of the rooms in this property as as an office space and storage as well. So July, the main goals that I have for July, this is what will determine if July is a successful month. It is the if I can get the my real estate IG channel to be completely automated, then that will be a success. So I got to create that workflow. I want to look into decreasing my Popka expenses. To be honest, not really a whole lot that I could reduce except the internet. Yeah, I want to find a way to reduce this. And I feel like I do this once a year and it never works out. So we'll look into it's the internet and the insurance. Now that I did the roof, I want to see if an insurance company will help me get it lower. So insurance shop. And then I want to continue refining the templates that I created. So I created a bunch of templates, so that's good. I have an idea on well, that was the idea, was to create a template. Now I have some tweaks that I got to make to them. So as I use them, then I'll start to make those tweaks. So that's really it. Just refine the templates. Um, do some price shopping for the Apopka house. Try to reduce those expenses because offense is really good right now, but defense is pretty bad. And then the big one, the real big one, is the automation for my Instagram, the real estate Instagram channel. And yeah, there it is. Bigger picture. Who cares? This isn't important. A productive, scalable future. Since July is, yeah, I guess July is about trying to execute things. Um, so yeah, so that's everything that I have for June. I will see you guys here again at the end of probably not at the end of July. Yeah, July's update's gonna have to happen later in August because I will be on vacation. So it's gonna take me maybe a couple of days to get situated, and then I can start recording and seeing where I'm at. Unless I end up just doing this update like a lot sooner, but who knows? Anyways, you guys stay safe, and I will see you guys on the next one.